Hey everyone, thank you so much for the support on the last video, and I have another one for you today. This has been somewhat in high demand. It's a topic that really interests me and apparently interests some of y'all as well. My most popular video on the channel is about note-taking in Vim and how I approached it when I was in medical school. And several people have asked me to make an update on how I take notes now. And I think it's a pertinent question because postgraduate note-taking is very different than when you're in school. When you're in school, you go to lectures and you sit and kind of passively learn and try to memorize material for a test. Whereas in postgraduate career, you're really trying to gather information from multiple different sources, maybe from a book, maybe from an article, maybe from a presentation or a video or an online web page. So you have all these different sources and you want to gather that information and those ideas, but sometimes my brain doesn't do a great job of keeping all that information, and I need a way to take notes on it and connect those notes together. And this is kind of the approach I've been taking recently to accomplish that problem. Basically, I have a documents folder that's synced through Nextcloud. It could be synced through Dropbox or Google Drive or something like that. And it has various folders in it. But I want to focus mainly on this notes folder and this reading folder. So this notes folder is where I keep all of my notes, and I'll show you that in a minute. And this reading folder is where I keep any documents that I want to read or that I have read, mainly PDF files, and you can put them into different categories. You might have different or more categories than this, but I have, for instance, PDFs on different technical things in my tech folder, and then medical things in here. And what I found as I collect a lot of PDFs is they're very difficult to keep organized. If you try to categorize every PDF, your tree of categories is going to be so large, and you're going to have so many different folders that it really becomes challenging. And what I've kind of decided on is that maybe some vague categorization like this can help just to sift things out a little bit. But the best way, I think, to search through these documents and find out the information you want or where a particular one is by using some sort of tagging system. By applying tags to a particular file on what kind of topics it covers or addresses, later you can look for that tag and try to find that file. And there's a lot of different systems for doing that. PDF has some tagging metadata inherent to it. Some people use programs like Zotero or Mendeley or Papers to try to tag them. In fact, even Dolphin, KDE's file manager, has some tagging abilities here. The thing I didn't really like about any of those is, one, I don't know how stable or permanent those kind of tagging systems are going to be. I really don't want to pay for another program. I want to use Vim, as y'all know. And I'm a true believer that if you really know Bash, Unix, Vim really well, you can accomplish pretty much any of these, any task you want to accomplish. And so this is how I accomplished it using Vim and Bash. So basically, I've shown you in previous videos, like on academic paper writing, how you can search a academic paper for a DOI and use that DOI number to get a BibTeX reference. So for instance, if I open up this PDF, there's a DOI number within it. And if we select that DOI number and we copy it, and let's just say I have this PDF to DOI thing, and I'm sorry, not that, DOI to bib thing, and I post this into there, it goes and it searches Crossref and pulls out this metadata. And that's really useful if later I want to cite this PDF. this PDF to DOI thing I alluded at. Basically, if you point it at a PDF file, it tries to find this DOI number, and then you can chain that into DOI to bib to get the information out of it. And the script basically takes the PDF, finds the DOI, and converts it to the bibtech and puts it into a note file. And you don't have to do this through Dolphin, but I made a little notate part in the menu that'll let me do this automatically. So I'll right click on the PDF and click notate, and if I've already taken notes on this file, then it will open up the file that I've already made. If I have it, then it will create a new file. And basically this, as you can see, it puts in all the bibtech information. It also provides information on where the original PDF is located, if I ever need to find it from the note side of it. If I want to know where the PDF is, it's in here. And then I can also put tags in here, and later I'll show you how I generate a tags file from these tags so that I can search and reuse them to tag a document. So I take notes on this particular document and read this and take notes here. And over time you create a collection of them. So if I go to my documents notes, you'll see in my papers folder, this is where all the papers I've taken notes are listed. There's also books and textbooks as well. And Ocular actually has a nice feature in that it automatically will render Markdown. So if you want to quickly read these without having to use pandoc to convert them to a PDF, this is an easy way to do that. But basically what I wanted to show you is that if I want to look through, let me make this bigger. Say I go into my documents notes folder, you can see in here there's a global.bib and a tags file. And this global.bib is just a collection of all the bibtech information from anything I've taken notes on. And what that allows me to do is that if I'm editing a particular document and I want to make a citation to some other document I've taken notes on, I can omni-complete that, and there'll be a list of all the citations that I've made, and it gives you some information about the author and the title of that document so that I can easily make a citation. Now, how is it doing that? Doing it through a plugin called vim-pandoc. It has this automatically built into it. You just have to point it at a bibliographic file, and that global bib file is the bibliographic file that it needs. Basically, it's just a list of bibtech information, and it strips them out and makes an omni-complete out of them. There's also this tags file, and it works kind of like a ctags file. It strips out the tags from the header and puts them in here and shows you which file it's located in, and then it gives you a search criteria to look for the line that it's located on. And the way that works is if I say I open up a book and it has a tag called reading, then I can use Vim's tag options to jump to a tag, and then you can see here at the bottom it lists all the files that have that tag associated with it. And so you can see this one I selected reading, this one also has reading, so it appears, and it's just asking me to type a number for which document I want to look at. So if I want to jump to that other document, I put the number in and it takes me there. So this is basically a way to tag your information and cite it and take notes on it, and this way you can search through tags to connect ideas and notate on them more and edit your notes. And I found it to be very nice and reliable. If you have a large textbook and you don't want to include all of the information in a single file, say this is a lot of notes here, then you can just separate them into directories and make an index that links to the different files that are included. Or you don't even have to make an index. but I like to make an index so that I only have this citation once here. So every now and then, when I want to generate the global.bib or tags file, I use this note tags script that I wrote that basically just it greps to find any files within the notes directory that contain this tags equal open bracket, and then it strips those tags out and then puts them into a tags file with the tag name, the file it's in, and then the search parameter. And then likewise for the bibliographic file, it will grep for any files that have that header, that special bibtech header, and puts them into a global.bib file. And just to show you the notate script that I was showing originally, basically it works on a PDF. It strips the DOI out of that PDF. It finds the bibtech information from crossref.org. It finds the title, which is basically the short key that the file is going to be named. And then it checks to see if that file already exists, and if it doesn't, it creates it and then opens it in Vim. And so it's actually a pretty simple script, and we can go through a little bit of writing your own scripts. I'm not the best at writing scripts, but I do know that sometimes it can be daunting to try to take on writing a script yourself. But if you just learn a few tools really well, if you just learn Bash and Vim and the Unix file system really well, then you don't need programs like Papers or Zotero or Mendeley. Instead, all of this is synced to my Nextcloud. I can access it from anywhere, from my phone, my computer at work, online, and any computer. And it's in stable, easy to read formats like Markdown and PDFs. So that's all. I just wanted to kind of show you all an update on how I take notes kind of as a postgraduate student, or just as an adult. If you're just trying to take notes on books that you read or articles that you read, there's a BibTeX citation for just about anything, including online presentations. If you really wanted to take notes on this YouTube video, you could use this method to do it. So I hope that y'all enjoyed it. I have some more videos coming for y'all. Leave any comments or questions in below the video. I love hearing from you guys, and it motivates me to make more videos. So thanks so much.